that the balance remains $175 million. We got to speak to attorney Alina Habba, who is counsel for the former president. Here's her reaction after the hearing.
Ms. James wanted to argue and say that our cash somehow isn't green enough. 1 hour, the Attorney General and that judge realized quickly that they had no idea what they were talking about. We came to an agreement that everything would be the same, we would modify terms, and that was it. This is where your taxpayer dollars are going.
Wow. So, yeah, Alina Habba, she's not happy, but this is a big win for Donald Trump, guys. This is a big win for Donald Trump. In fact, the court just ruled against New York Attorney General Letitia James, and Letitia James lost big time. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know why Letitia James always just looks so angry all the time. Like, why is she so mad? It's like she's just got this RBF face going on. So initially, Letitia James, she wanted a 1 week countdown for Donald Trump's legal team in order to find a different guarantor before she started seizing Donald Trump's assets. But of course, Alina Habba stepped in, wasn't letting that happen. In fact, we actually got a surprising result from the appeals court, guys. But this is, of course, in line with the huge bond that Judge Arthur Engoron ruled on this Donald Trump fraud case. And it really wasn't even fraud anyway. By the way, if you guys are able to see and hear me okay, hit me up in the comment section down below. Show your boys some love. Hit the like button. I want to thank y'all, as always, for sharing these videos on Facebook and Twitter. This is a big win for Donald Trump today, guys. Hope you guys are doing well this Tuesday morning. All right, so so now we all know that the former president, Donald Trump, was able to post bond with the help of Knight Specialty Insurance Company. However, your girl, Letitia James, I don't know what's wrong with her. There's clearly something wrong with her. Letitia James, she's just not a happy person. She's not a happy person, and she wants Donald Trump to be unhappy too. In fact, Letitia James said that the court should void this $175 million bond. Do you understand what she's trying to do here? Like, she is literally like an operative in this scheme against Donald Trump. She's like one of Biden's minions going out here trying to take him down before the election. And she's probably going to end up getting fired, because this is like the one thing that she campaigned on: take Donald Trump down. In fact, Letitia James, she said that the court should void the $175 million bond. Like, unbelievable. My man Donald Trump posts $175 million in cash in a Charles Schwab bank account, and it's still not good enough, even though they said it was supposed to be good enough. You know what I mean? Now, again, to enable her to take control over Donald Trump's properties and Donald Trump's businesses, this was what her goal was. And this was sabotaged when Donald Trump came to the table with $175 million cash. She was like, oh my goodness, I didn't think you were going to be able to do that, sir. Now, critics of the Attorney General, Letitia James, they're highlighting this from her office and basically saying that she's gunning to bankrupt Donald Trump. Do y'all think that Letitia James is going to be able to bankrupt Donald Trump? Y'all let me know in the comments. And something that she may not be able to do, because the court has just ruled against Attorney General Letitia James. Matter of fact, experts believe that Letitia James knew that she didn't have a chance with her demands, but, still kind of decided to proceed anyway because, this is New York City. You know how they do over there right now. So, matter of fact, this is a place that doesn't necessarily show a whole lot of love to Donald Trump, and we've seen that, right? Now, it is very clear that the company was following the law, and the same could be said for Donald Trump and his team. Something that Letitia James may have to abide by as this case goes on. Take a listen.
The president had to say ahead of that ruling this morning.
We have another trial going on right now. That's Letitia James. She campaigned on the fact that I will get Trump. I'm going to get Trump. And it has to do with a bond of $175 million. She doesn't want me to participate with financial companies in New York. So we have a company, I guess, based in California. I put up $175 million in cash, and she's questioning the bonding company.
Wow.
Fox Business's Lydia Hugh is here with more. Lydia.
Wow.
Hi there, Emily. There have been many appearances and hearings before Judge Arthur Engoron during the course of this civil fraud trial. Many of them have been contentious, but this one stands out because the parties were surprisingly collaborative. The hearing lasted for about an hour, and during that time, the lawyers for Trump and the state attorney general's office came to an agreement about the bond. Now, questions had swirled around the company underwriting the bond. That's Knight Specialty Insurance Company. It always maintained that Trump posted cash as collateral to secure the bond. But the attorney general raised questions about how that account was managed and who had access to it and whether Knight Specialty could pay the bond if needed. So
Basically, Letitia James was looking for any old kind of way, any way for her to be able to say, hey, look, this is not adequate. Basically, Donald Trump checked all the boxes. Alina Habba checked all the boxes, and desperate Letitia James is just looking for a way to poke some holes in it. Nana's Nana's Crochet Corner calls her a witch. What do y'all think about this, man?
To address those concerns, here's what both sides agreed. The cash that Trump put up as collateral will remain as cash in a Charles Schwab account. Knight Insurance will have exclusive control of that account. No one will trade or withdraw the money. Knight Insurance and Trump will provide monthly statements to the Attorney General's office and the court proving that the balance remains $175 million. We got to speak to attorney Alina Habba, who is counsel for the former president. Here's her reaction after the hearing.
Ms. James wanted to argue and say that our cash somehow isn't green enough. 1 hour, the Attorney General and that judge realized quickly that they had no idea what they were talking about. We came to an agreement that everything would be the same, we would modify terms, and that was it. This is where your taxpayer dollars are going.
Wow, guys. Unbelievable, guys. Unfreaking real. You give them $175 million, you give them exactly what they're asking for, and it's still just not good enough for Letitia James. And she just keeps on poking and prodding. It's like, does she not have anything else to do? So just to set the record straight, right? Letitia James, she knew for a fact that Donald Trump put up the $175 million in cash collateral. Yet, she still felt as if it was necessary to try and have the court reject his bond. But instead, the court rejected Letitia James. And even beyond that, she pushed to give Donald Trump's team this tiny window of like 7 days to find another guarantor, another grantor. It's like, look, he don't even have to do that. He's already given you what you asked for. It's unbelievable. And if not, she again emphasized that she should be able to take some of Donald Trump's properties. Look, this is all she wants to do. By the way, we got like almost 800 people in this live. Do your boy a favor, hit the like button on the video if you guys are getting value out of this video, if you want to support the channel. And I want to thank you all so much for always hitting the sharing these videos on Facebook and Twitter. You guys are absolutely amazing. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate all my new subscribers, all my new members. You guys are awesome. All right, so critics of Letitia James are now calling her out for this monotonous tone of hers, for wanting to take something that is essentially not even hers. She's repeatedly referenced Donald Trump's businesses. I want to take Trump Towers. I look at 40 Wall Street every day as I'm going to work, or whatever the nonsense she said. I mean, like, she's repeatedly referenced these things, right? And even though the former president's legal team is going by what the law is ordering to do, it's just not good enough for Letitia James. So now, like, this really makes the last line from Alina Habba that much stronger, guys, right? I mean, people like Letitia James, Fannie Willis, Alvin Bragg, Jack Smith, they're all under the payroll of our tax dollars. But they appear to be all under the command of the Biden administration. What do y'all think about that? Does that resonate with you guys at all? And this kind of reminds me, where did our taxpayer dollars go? I mean, that's right, guys. Lawmakers in our country who are supposed to be working for the American people, they just passed this $95 billion foreign aid bill. Did you guys hear about this? Oh, yeah. So this $95 billion did not go to Social Security. It did not go to SSI. It did not go to SSDI. It's not for homeless veterans. Nothing for struggling Americans across the nation. In fact, this money is going to Ukraine. It's going to Israel. This money is going to Taiwan and all other allies of the United States. Now, the critics of the federal government, they're now asking if any of us are actually getting our money's worth here. I mean, like, how does this continue to happen? Now you got President Biden trying to reassure the Ukrainian president Vladimir Zelensky that this is not the last of our taxpayer dollars that are going to be sent over to the country. So Biden has literally just slapped every American in the face who does not support sending more money to the Ukraine, because he's sending more money over to the Ukraine and he's telling the world that more money is coming. It's more money is going to Ukraine. So what do y'all think about that? Should we be sending more money to the Ukraine, or do you think we should be allocating more of our taxpayer dollars to addressing our border situation in the southern border, Texas, Arizona, Southern California, and all of the border states? Like, what do y'all think about that? Or should we just let an endless, unlimited number of illegal immigrants come into our country with no control over who's coming in? Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. So the situation has actually become so serious now that it's like they've totally forgotten what a majority of voters are worried about. It's like Biden claims he's got dementia. Robert Hur says he's got dementia. Maybe he does have dementia because the presidential election is coming up in 2024 in November, right? So you would think you don't want to piss off the majority of voters, because most voters don't want more money going to Ukraine. But what do y'all think? Should we send more money to Ukraine? Hit me up. Let me know what y'all think. But yeah, so Americans are literally just worried right now about our open border situation, but somehow we're not getting anything from this bill. Doesn't make any sense to me. And just to kind of confirm how bad things are, I want to tell you a quick story about New York and their security issues. So I don't know if you guys heard about this. Let me know if you have or you haven't. A New York Home Depot recently hired security guards with guard dogs to protect shoppers from illegal immigrants. Now, have you ever walked into a Home Depot and seen like security guards with guard dogs? Like, I've never seen this before. So anyway, so the story is that their own customers are now being harassed and even robbed by these individuals. And it's not just illegal aliens, of course. It's, but it's a lot of them are actually trying to solicit money from people that are coming out of the Home Depot. And I don't know if you've ever encountered anything like that, but apparently a lot of these folks are getting harassed. These are Home Depot customers, right? And others are trying to sell fake AirPods, with some of them forcing customers to do what they want, even though they've been rejected. Now, one of them, they even admitted to charging like $10 to push carts or even lift items. Like, I can imagine like maybe, some older ladies or just ladies in general getting harassed by these folks outside of Home Depot because they might feel like they have to pay something just to make this person go away. I don't know. I wouldn't be okay with that. Like, if I observed, just as a man, I wouldn't be okay just observing some woman getting harassed by some dude trying to pressure them into paying them to do some service that they don't even want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that wouldn't be a good day for them if I were around. Anyway, so one of these guys was saying that he was bragging, saying that he makes like $300 a day. But of course, Letitia James and Alvin Bragg, they're just way too busy thinking about other things. They're not worried about stuff like this, They don't care about this. They care more about taking down Donald Trump. That's their one sole objective, and that's all they're focused on. So getting back to Letitia James, though, it's kind of hard to comprehend how they got into office with their line of arguments. And it had a lot of critics blasting them on mainstream media because it's very clear that they're doing this to get Donald Trump in trouble. Now, you got Fox News host Harris Faulkner, she took some shots at AG Letitia James, basically told her to go ahead and take a seat. So Harris Faulkner, she insists that Letitia James is trying very hard to figure out how she can get into Donald Trump's tower. She want to get up in Trump Tower, basically. And that's what a lot of other analysts have been basically seeing so far with this case. And it's not about justice at all for James. He went ahead and added, Harris Faulkner went ahead and added that Attorney General Letitia James, she's just desperate to get into Trump Tower. And since she's so desperate to get into Trump Tower, why don't you just fill out a rent application? So anyway, so Donald Trump on his end has repeatedly claimed that all of this should be considered election interference. He went so far as to say that, these are basically Biden's trials. You know what I'm saying? Like, he basically said that all of these cases against him in New York, they would only push people and businesses and investors outside the state of New York. The idea is that if they could treat the former president Donald Trump like this, how would they treat anybody else that's living there in New York? Or anyone else who wants to invest in New York. Donald Trump even went ahead and dubbed New York as the most unfriendly place to do business. But what do you guys think about this? Like, are these prosecutors, these DAs and attorney generals and judges doing their job? Are they actually bringing justice? Let me know what you guys think about this. Or is this all about the 2024 presidential elections? Now, as always, you guys are free to speak your mind in the comment section down below. Let me see what you guys are saying here. Just jumping in the comments with you guys. Chicago's for Trump, I see. Appreciate it. Jesus is King. Thank you for your comment. Let's see. We got Marilyn Tucker. What's going on from Westchester, Ohio? We got Keenan Ripon. What's going on, man? Keenan Ripon says the money he is spending is going to end. It's going to end up knowing him out of office. Tanny Ferguson says no more money. No more money to Ukraine. I feel you. We've sent enough. Tammy Ferguson says she wants his properties too. Yeah, she does. She's got that RBF going on and she's salivating. Letitia James is salivating over Donald Trump's properties. That's just some hating. Isn't that some hating, guys? Like what is going on here? You got all of these fake cases. It's just unbelievable. And then you got the court. The court has literally turned its back on Letitia James. So at least there's a little bit of justice starting to come through. I think that it's only a matter of time before Donald Trump actually gets justice. And I think there's a lot of folks that are literally scared on the Democratic Party side. Because if Donald Trump gets in this office, man, it's going to be a mess for a lot of folks. Anyway, I appreciate y'all rocking with me today. I'm going to go ahead and drop off this live. If you haven't already, do hit the like button. I want to say a quick thanks and shout out to my man, Luis Gonzalez. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much for the huge $4.99 super chat. Appreciate the love, my friend. God bless you. Again, if you haven't already, hit the like button for the video. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know as soon as we go live. And thanks so much for always sharing these videos on Facebook and Twitter. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Y'all take care and be safe.